In the previous lesson, we looked at the differences between hobbyist content and CEO content. And that shift is what takes you from posting random, last-minute content to creating intentional, strategic content that's planned, systemized, and actually sustainable. It's not about being a tech wizard, and it's definitely not about spending every hour on Instagram. It is about having a smart system that makes content creation a lot easier without sacrificing your voice, your values, or your vision. Because the truth is that wanting freedom alone is not enough. You need the right strategy for the right stage of your business. And without that, you'll keep pouring time and energy into content and really wondering why the results don't match the effort. That is what Chrysalis is here to change. So in the lessons that follow, we are going to blend creativity, soul, and strategy so that you leave with a clear, focused system that you can rely on again and again. Let's dive in, shall we? First up, I want to introduce you to something called content pillars. So what are content pillars and why do we need them? Well, content pillars basically mean themes. Think of your content pillars as the foundation, the what of your content. They provide the core themes or topics that guide your content strategy. They're the 4 to 5 core topics that you want to become known for. These are the themes that feel aligned with your mission, make sense for your niche, and solve problems for or spark curiosity in your dream customer. They give structure to your creativity, so you're never wondering what to post, but you're also never sounding robotic or repetitive. These pillars represent the main areas that we want to consistently focus on to engage your target audience, providing them with valuable, diverse content. So instead of just reinventing the wheel every time, you'll build a content calendar organized around your pillars. This makes it so much easier to create content, I promise you. Step 1, core content pillars. So I want you to ask yourself, what does my audience need to hear? And what topics naturally support the transformation that I help to create? To help you choose your pillars, here are a few example sets for different niches. Example number 1 is a DIY home decor creator. This creator is sharing a lifestyle and creating content that inspires, educates, and builds trust. They might monetize through affiliate links, brand partnerships, and digital downloads. Number 1, before and after projects. And this is basically room makeovers, budget transformations, and renovation progress. Number 2 could be DIY tips and tutorials, something like paint hacks, renter-friendly upgrades, and seasonal decor. Content pillar number 3 could be home aesthetic and inspiration. And these could be mood boards or Pinterest-style reels and get the look posts. Number 4 could be product recommendations and tools. So these could be Amazon finds, small business features, and shopping guides. And the last content pillar could be real life at home. So this is behind the scenes, those mess ups, and personal reflections. Another example I'll use here is a yoga and mindfulness creator. So this creator shares tools for embodiment, nervous system healing, and intentional living. They might monetize through digital classes, workshops, and affiliate wellness tools. So their first content pillar could be nervous system education, something like polyvagal theory, signs of dysregulation, and trauma-informed insights. Their second content pillar could be yoga and somatic practices, something like gentle flows, breath work, and somatic check-ins. The third could be emotional regulation and mindfulness. And this could be journal prompts, mindset shifts, and meditations. The fourth could be daily life and routines, and the type of content that could relate to this could be morning rituals, evening wind downs, and slow living routines. And the final content pillar could be nature, ritual, and intentional living. So the content for this could be outdoor practices, lunar rituals, and seasonal reflections. And then the third example is an affiliate marketer in the Make Money Online niche. This creator shares their journey making online income and helps others to get started too. They might promote Chrysalis as a high ticket income stream, as well as other software commissions. So if this is you, a content pillar that you might want to use could be digital income strategies. And the type of content that you'll want to create in this theme or content pillar could be affiliate marketing breakdowns, passive income examples, and ideas. And another content pillar could be content creation tips. This is a really common one in the Make Money Online niche. The content could look like hook ideas, batching strategies, and growth tips, like some of the things I share with you here in Chrysalis. And then the third content pillar could be something like mindset for new creators. So this could be content covering self-doubt, imposter syndrome, and staying consistent. The fourth content pillar could be personal growth and wins. And this is content related to lessons learned, what's working, and income milestones, or any type of milestone in general. And the fifth content pillar could be lifestyle and freedom moments. So these are things like working from anywhere, time with family, spontaneous trips, and flexible routines. And you see how this type of content would really speak to your dream customer. And so if we're rotating through those different content pillars throughout the week, your audience are going to feel a really varied array of content, and it's going to help to spark their interest a lot more and keep them engaged. So here is your first action step, and that is to identify your 3 to 5 content pillars. So start by jotting down 3 to 5 content pillars that support the transformation that your audience want to receive through your content. Think of each content pillar as a content bucket that supports your niche and gives value to your audience. You'll find a template in your Notion Hub, so go ahead and fill that out right now. And step 2 is the 5H marketing method. So now that you know what you're posting about, let's talk about how to keep it engaging and balanced. This is a strategic framework that incorporates diverse content types to serve specific purposes, educating, engaging, and connecting with your audience while building trust and positioning your brand effectively. I created the 5H marketing method so that you would have a clear framework for variety. It was designed so that you would never be left wondering, am I posting too much education and not enough personality or lifestyle? Each content piece will fall into one of these categories. Number 1, helpful. This is content focused solely on educating your audience and offering practical solutions. Number 2, humor. This is designed purely for entertainment and engagement. Its purpose is to build relatability, likability, and shareability. Number 3, hurt. This speaks to your audience's pain points, their frustrations, and their challenges. And the purpose is to build empathy, trust, and connection. Number 4 is hot take. And this shares bold, controversial, or thought-provoking opinions that spark conversation. The purpose is to grab attention and encourage engagement. Number 5 is happenings, and this is offering behind-the-scenes glimpses into your daily life and processes. And the purpose here is to build transparency and trust while humanizing your brand. So those are the 5H categories that make up the 5H marketing method. You might already start thinking about content that you could create in your niche in each of these categories. Step 3 is to use your content pillars and 5H types together. So here is where we start pulling your content pillars and 5H categories together. This is where creating content starts to get really interesting. When you create content in this way, you can never run out of ideas, and what you create will always have a specific process. I want you to think of your content calendar as a grid. Along the vertical column are your 3 to 5 content pillars, and along the horizontal row are the 5H categories. Your goal is to keep your content varied and balanced by pulling from both. To demonstrate this in action, here's an example using the affiliate marketer in the Make Money Online niche. So in this grid, I've gone through the content pillars running down the left-hand side, and for each of those, I have come up with a content idea for each of the 5H categories along the top. For example, if we look at the first content pillar, digital income strategies, and combine this with the helpful 5H, a content piece could be 3 passive income streams that work even with a small audience. Do you see how those are connected? And if we combine digital income strategies with the humor 5H, a content piece could be something like, when you make your first $7 commission and feel like Warren Buffett. Combining digital income strategies with the hurt 5H could give you a content piece like, still trading time for money? Here's how I started building passive income. If you combine the same content pillar, digital income strategies, with the hot take 5H, your piece of content could be something like, you don't need a huge following to make money online. And finally, if you combine the digital income strategies content pillar with the final 5H, happenings, you might create a content piece like, just got paid while making lunch. Here's what I promoted. So go ahead and pause the video now so that you can read the rest of the content pillar and the 5H combinations. So do you see how combining the content pillars with the 5H marketing method categories means that you have a clear structure for your content? You're not left guessing what to post, and your content never gets boring. So here is your second action step, and that is to combine your pillars and your 5H. Now it is over to you. Take your 3 to 5 pillars that you identified previously and begin to brainstorm one post idea for each of the 5H categories. Guys, if this feels slightly overwhelming at this point, that is so okay. I want you to take a step back. You don't need to create all your post ideas right now, okay? This is just an exercise about getting your creative juices flowing and starting to think about what type of content you could create when we get to it. Okay? What you write down here doesn't need to be set in stone. And in fact, I'm pretty certain that the content pieces are going to shift as you move through the following lessons. For now, this is just about exploring the possibilities and giving yourself permission to play with ideas. So think of it as kind of a warm up for building a varied and dynamic content calendar. So here's a little recap because I know that we covered a lot in this lesson. So during this lesson, we discovered how to turn scattered ideas into a clear, actionable content framework. By choosing focused content pillars and combining them with the 5H marketing method, you now have a system that aligns perfectly with your niche and your audience, keeps your content balanced, varied, and engaging, builds connection, trust, and authenticity, feels creative, natural, and hopefully fun, and really removes the guesswork of what should I post today? And remember, clarity creates confidence, and confidence fuels momentum. You've already done the hard part, taking action. Now it's time to keep that energy flowing and to begin to turn your ideas into content that resonates. You're doing amazing, you guys. Let's keep going.